Welcome, my lovely Aquarius. This is your weekly Cartomancy reading for June 24th through June 30th, 2019. This is a general reading for Capricorn and will not apply to all. Please use your discernment. So, last week was all about that full moon in Sagittarius. Tuesday was the worst, draining, crying. Oof. I feel very low energy physically, but high energy spiritually. That purposeful tortoise versus hare kind of movement in business. Energy should lighten up and soften up now that we're in summer and the sun is in Cancer. Or we might just cry our eyes out. But let's get to that new week. Me being the queen of clovers, my readings tend to focus on LifeCraftAction, nurturing ourselves and others, and nurturing our dreams and callings. This week's focus is going to be Mercury in Leo. It's the Leo card from the tarot. It is the Strength card. It is taming the beast and listening to our higher and our shadow selves. The reverse of this card would be avoidance. Avoidance of ourselves and our own power. Mercury in Leo is going to be through June 26th through July 19th. We are in pre-shadow of Mercury retrograde. Don't panic. That starts July 7th. It's a very driven energy. I know I can understand where all the craziness comes from. It's thinking more confidence with grand goals and ideas. It's exuding confidence in speech and writing. But we may not listen. And that's Mercury. And it's very fast and moving and poking up there around the stars. That's why it's very chaotic. What kind of Leo energy are we going to pull into this reading? Well, my aquas. My aquas, I have so many aquas in my life right now. They're very moody right now. Ooh, this is like some winds. This is you preparing for battle. Four of Swords, preparing for battle, resting, really just kind of, cleaning your swords off and hopping into bed and putting your head on a pillow. It definitely feels like you're ready for work and you're coming in with that energy, and you're not just ready for work, you've got a victory in it. In the way you appear, in the way you've moved, you did what you were supposed to do. You want it. This feels really smooth, Aqua. It feels very smooth. Very, very, it's not very tuxedoed, but it's very, this really hits your heart. It freshens you up. This victory freshened up your heart. That's your energy right there. Just, you came, you saw, you kicked their ass, and now you're like, yeah. You're a little afraid of a love connection this week. But it's going to send you to the Ten of Cups. Wow. That's the happy home card. It's just total happiness, absolute. Your wishes have come true. You've cleared out space. You've moved in together. It's like just love. It's just lovely. You're moving on to a new stage in love too with this person, whoever this is, family, friend. You're like moving into a new stage of your heart. And perhaps you're committing and it's like, but it's almost like instantly before the week is over. Oh, shit. That's good cards. Wow. By the end of the week, you realize that your hesitations have been just nonsense, because by the end of the week and by the 30th, you're absolutely you almost feel rich. Like this relationship really doubles your value. This pairing, this joining, it's not necessarily it is about love and romance though, because of this Ten of Hearts. It is just that happy home card, happy life, happy wife, happy hubby. I mean, it's like just, ugh. Okay, your advice is to do the work. But this is upright, and it is doing the work to prepare for the Four of Clovers, which is absolutely the dancing around the maypole. It's the divorce, excuse me, it's the honeymoon card. Perhaps you finished a divorce and now you can move on to a new relationship. Um, and this is you standing in your power, exerting your power, which is great with this work card because it is preparing, and it is preparing your work to be shown in public, because this feels like such a relationship reading. It feels like this relationship is going to go public. And the next card is proposing, setting down roots, maybe spending some time in a tent together, traveling. But it is definitely you retaining yourself and your identity. That feels really good, Aquarius. But it is, it's like you just let go of something, and it's got you just moving again. You're just moving again. Like it's kind of like happening almost, yeah, and a new financial beginning. With a Queen of Fire, this could be male or female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This card is in reverse. Let me see why this person is in reverse. They're defensive. They're defensive about themselves. I feel like a theme in this relationship is like individual versus pair, because both of you are very strong, very, very strong, very capable people, and so the fact that it's the ability to stand in your power. You don't have a lot of air here. You started out with a lot of air here in work and just a victory in yourself and what's going on for you personally. But joining with this person, there's work to be done. And it's Seven of Clovers is definitely being defensive, being uncertain if you're going to lose yourself in this relationship. Yeah, oof. It's a hesitation. That's all it is. Okay. Oof. You're not worried. My aquas aren't worried. They'll take that new concept, that new idea, that new concern from your fire sign, and you're going to balance it out. Heard. You were like, noted. I've got you, babe. I've got you, babe. I'm an aqua. I don't live well in captivity either. Wow, that's so cute. All right, I'm going to pull some cards for some actions. I'm supposed to just that energy. Let's pull on that energy of that Mercury in Leo. Let's try and do some listening. You're definitely working on this. You're putting in the work, Aqua. Definitely putting in the work. Ooh, yep, this is the working card. So you are working. Shoot, I really wish I could. That's why I want to do these live, because I was just talking about doing the work, and there comes the card. All right, this is you. Yep. All right, you're working on your fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you're doing the work. And it's almost like social work, like socializing. And you're really the emotional work, the concept, the ideas that are coming into this relationship. This is like, feels like getting to know you energy. It kind of feels like fives can be like yikes, the battle between disappointment. I mean, it can be disappointment because it is a battle sometimes between how we think things should be versus how they actually are. But the only way to kind of figure that out is to move forward in the energy and like sit in it. And that is definitely that energy of like, I'm going in and seeing what's in there and shooting up what needs to be shot up and checking my corners and then, you know, owning the shit.
All right, so this is you, Wine Women, and Songing It. This is the Getting Drunk card. This is totally in the hangover position, upside down. It is kind of an avoidance, and you're kind of not using your personal power. There is a let's be a little bratty. If you're drunk, you're probably bratty. Aquas aren't that bratty drunk, but you are this time. You need to talk something over with your best pal, your best girlfriend. You've kept this thing with this fire sign. You've kept it secret for so long that that you got to update some of your crowd on it so that you can get like a, you're preparing your own personal value. It feels like almost like you're preparing to present, but you're just definitely hesitating. These are hesitation cards. These are not moving forward cards. This is stuck cards. You're not, you're doing the work, but over the course of the week, you're definitely, ooh, you got some hard truths hitting you, some energy hitting you that's like, yeah, we got to face some stuff. We're going to do it, but it makes me 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And yes, the 3 of diamonds. Again, 3s are like putting in the work, the internal work, or the work among friends, or the work among, the 3 of diamonds is also like a corporation card, or your tribe, your peeps. You're coming to... They've been guiding you somewhere. The people in your life have been guiding you somewhere this whole time. And it's not been towards your 10 of diamonds. This is you preparing to go public with your work. 3 of diamonds, kind of like readying yourself to really push this forward and more into the universe, into the physical, into the 3D. And you're finding out that nobody really wants this for you, even though it's your ultimate happiness. And you find you're going to find some ultimate value, new things about yourself. Yeah. 5 of Clovers. That's going to be defensive energy, fighting energy, but you are going to be on the defensive end of this. There's a shock coming to people that you didn't expect. There's a bit of a shock coming about this, that you didn't think people would be that upset about it, but you definitely feel you need to move towards your 10 of diamonds here, your victory. I have 3 cards here to close the reading, but you definitely are going to receive. I feel like people have kind of been directing your energy because you weren't directing it for a little bit, Aqua. And so you're kind of just floating along, and people are kind of pushing you in certain directions, advising you certain ways. They possibly had ulterior motives, and it's had you stuck for a long time. And the only reason is because now you're reaching for your 10 of diamonds, and it's like right there, your 10 of diamonds is coming back into the reading, and it's just having everything you need, feeling your own personal values. You're just solid, so more solid than you've ever been. So you are going to defend that to the bitter end because you know what's good for you, and you need to separate. You're going to start pushing away this energy of you're being manipulated a little bit. Yeah, 2 of diamonds. You're not. You have a fear of this, a concern of this, a resistance to this 3 of diamonds, and that's that 2 of diamonds. Advice, yes, be cautious. This could be contracts. This could be signing on the dotted line. But with the 7 of swords there, you need to read every line. You might be, because these people are trustworthy. Even if they say they love you, and even if they are legit believing it, they're still pushing you in a direction you just don't want to go, and you're about to go full rebellion on them with this 8 of swords. You're going to balance everything out. You're going to start chopping away. You're going to start healing those wounds, cutting off the gangrene kind of thing post-battle. And the 6 of diamonds is definitely a victory in value and self. There's a lot of self here about you. You you have the fear of getting into a relationship because you have fear of losing self, and it's almost like that fear was like you have that fear was just the least of your worries because that person is very different than the other people that you have allowed into your space and energy, and they're actually the ones that are limiting your freedom and personal responsibility and personal that just forward movement. Aqua, you've been held back by people, and they thought they were doing good for you, but you've been held back by them, and this is you fully just busting out your swords and nope, no more. I'm taking control of this because I'm not even happy with that way. Wow. What a reading, Aquarius! Thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, donate it to Spirit Motions. The link is below for PayPal. And have a very good week, my Aquas.